right, Cynthia, one of my favorite questions. Influencers come sometimes in a second, sometimes come for a lifetime. My grandfather was the first influence for me. He told me that I asked him, Zeta, how do you know all these people? He used to take me for walks in the park. How do you know all these people? He said, well, I smiled at one once and he smiled back at me. And then he started talking to me. So I talked to him. And it was the
Oh,
key. It was the accent. And then another one. And it hit me. I understood it then, but I understood it even more over time, that it was just a smile that opened it up and influenced. So can you share with us, two or three people that have been influential in your life?
sure. One of the greatest influences actually was a former boss of mine, Piers Cumberledge, at the World Economic Forum. And what I loved about working with him was he looked for every opportunity to showcase the people who worked for him. It wasn't, I'm the boss, I'm going to take credit for all this great stuff the team is doing. It was rather, how do we get you in front of the right people? How do we let them see what you're doing? Stretch assignments, just go and do it. And I think that was one of the best learnings and a
That's awesome.
huge influence there. Um, I think also kids, and like not my kids, but other people's kids are amazing influences because they come up with the craziest stuff because they're not inhibited. They just make fantastic connections. And I've got multilingual kids, and so they do this across 3 different languages. And what I love is you don't know what's going to happen, and so therefore you don't come with assumptions. I think that is absolutely one of
That's
the
awesome.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
I was just thinking about this. For instance, I got back in touch with my aunt who lives in the U.S. and I don't get to see her very often, uh, but she is one of these people who has this calm, serene warmth that just radiates through everything, whether it's a phone call or an email or a text message. And she was originally a nurse and then became a therapist. And I can see why she was so good at her job. She's now retired, but she's one of the people who, for me, just embodies mindfulness, like mindfulness with kindness. Her name is Peggy.
Way to go, Peg.
She's
Can
fabulous.
I get her phone number to call her once a week?
Of course.
Thanks for sharing that. And we should always remember that whether we know it or not, we're influencing people all the time. And why not do it positively instead of negatively, right?
Hmm. Indeed.
Let's do it. Thanks.
Thank you.